my name is Joshua Evans and this is my road to $1 billion. So I make these videos every single day, so make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. But yesterday I said I was going to implement the payment system for my iOS application, and I was able to do that. And I use this thing called RevenueCat, and they make it really easy to interface with Apple's with Apple's payment APIs. So I can very easily make products, give entitlements, do stuff like that. Yeah. And earlier today, I also did some cosmetic stuff on the iOS app. So in the background of the app, you have the constellations, and then also you have these 3D objects that like go around. And the inspiration for that was I used to have a PlayStation 2, and on the loading screen there was there would just be shapes just floating around. I think that was a really cool thing, so I implemented that. Yeah, and all I have to do now is actually implement the premium features. So gyroscope, so you can control your mouse or your left or right Xbox stick, whatever you're using, with the motion of your phone. So you can aim, you can do whatever you really want. So motion controls, and also allow for infinite buttons, texture modification on those buttons, and infinite layouts. So that's gonna be, I'm gonna be doing that today. But I just had a thought. I realized that I have like a desire to do nothing, if that makes sense. It's like laziness. Like, my philosophy on emotions is that emotions are feelings, and we are taught to attribute those feelings with particular labels. So if you're feeling, the feeling of tiredness that we will associate with tiredness isn't actually tiredness, it's just what you have associated with it. And you can go through a process of redefining emotions and redefining feelings. So, like boredom, for example, instead of saying I'm bored, you can say I am in the need of inspiration. So in this way, you're able to redefine emotion. Whenever you feel a particular thing, you assign it a label that is more productive and get you closer to where you want to go than the default label that we are taught. And in this way, I'm able to manipulate my emotions without, like dismissing them. I still acknowledge them, I just acknowledge them as something else. So that's a strategy that's been working for me. But lately I've been just feeling like I don't really want to do anything. I just kind of just want to sit around, like a desire to be lazy. And I've been trying to think of an adequate label for that. Like what is a beneficial label for the desire to be lazy that is more productive? So every time I have this feeling, have this desire, I could do something. I'm thinking maybe it could just be, if I'm wanting to just sit there and not do much, maybe it could just be, when I'm feeling that way, maybe it could be like an exercise thing, like whenever I feel that way, it is I can redefine that emotion as a need to get my heart rate up. I'm feeling sluggish. I'm feeling not depressed, but like I'm feeling sluggish. And I need something to amp me up. So maybe some coffee, get something like that. Because right now I define it as just a feeling of wanting to just sit down and not do anything. Just sit down and relax, which isn't super productive in the way I'm going. So that's gonna be my new redefinition. Just a desire to get amped up, a desire to get my blood pumping and all that stuff. So yeah. Another thing with this moped outside, it's a funny story. Not really. Yeah, so I went out there, and the battery, I had to charge up the battery because these vehicles have batteries and you need to charge them up before you can use them. And I was putting in the battery, and then I put it in the wrong the wrong orientation. I put negative to positive, positive to negative, and there were some sparks. And I tried to turn the key after putting it back together, and it didn't turn on. And I wasn't panicking. I don't really panic anymore. Like, I don't really panic about stuff anymore, because I literally have this deep-seated like belief that everything's gonna be okay, so I don't even panic really anymore. But I was like, man, did I just mess up this bike? And then I did some research and all that stuff, and turns out it's just a broken fuse. Do I have the fuse with me? Yeah, it was a broken fuse, and I just replaced the fuse, and now it's fine. So it's real rainy, so I'm not gonna be able to try out the motorcycle today. See, here's the fuse. Here's the fuse, and it was broken because I put it in the wrong polarity. That's the word, polarity. Yeah, so that's what happened. That's what I did. Yeah, so I gotta keep on keeping on with the programming. Oh, and also I tried out the new strategy of waking up, instead of working out, doing exercising, working out, doing whatever else I usually do when I wake up. The first thing I do is turn on my computer and write some code. I don't care what that code is. I just turn it on and write some code, and that sets the pace for the day. And because I am kind of a person who gets like fixated on things, if I can ensure that the first thing I do in the morning is program, I will guarantee like an hour or so of programming will be done for the day. So I was able to get the hour of programming in, and yeah, so that's it. There's not too many new updates, except for that I have to run payroll. I have to go ahead and run payroll so I can pay myself. And my dad told me, he was like, hey son, I gotta talk to you. And I was like, hey, what's up? And he said, you're too old to be getting insurance. Like, you're too old to be on our insurance. So I gotta start paying for my own health insurance. So you gotta figure out how to do that as well today. But yeah, nothing else really to say. That's it. Right after this video, I'm gonna go ahead and go on the treadmill and play some chess and listen to some music. And try to maybe do that for 30 minutes, maybe an hour of just treadmill. I want to get my sweat. I don't think I sweat enough. I want to start sweating, so I'm gonna do that. But yeah, nothing else really to talk about. Yeah. So I mean, if you enjoyed the video, if you enjoyed the video, you can like and subscribe, and maybe give me some suggestions on things that helped you in your daily life, some cool philosophies, and I don't know. Yeah, but thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time.